Sup? No. Y'all look amazing right now. I just want to let y'all know that. Y'all look really good right now. Where you at with yours? Best believe I got mine. I always got mine. Even though my stomach, I'm not even going to hold you right now. My stomach right now is on 1,000 right now. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, I'm risking it. That. Oh my God. This shit never gets old. Man, that's amazing. But yeah, I got mine. Got my snacks. I will say I have my cuddle buddy, but my cuddle buddy not here right now. But that's okay. And I got my Adidas. Check, check, and check. Shouts out to anybody that has glasses in his prescription or just glasses in general, prescription or not. I hate. Y'all know what y'all know. I don't know how to say it. Oh, okay. I'll run it back. Anybody with glasses, prescription or not, can relate to this. Doing this. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just looking because I'm trying to see if my lenses are clean. I hate when I do that with people in front of people that don't have glasses and they think there's something wrong with you. Like you be doing this, and they be like, "What the fuck? What the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Stop! You're weird." No, nigga, I'm checking for my. It's a glasses thing. It's a glasses thing. That's all I'm saying. I'm starting to think that Mr. Nightmare clucks with me because he puts in his at the very beginning of his videos now, he puts use of this narration of this narration audio of any projects, including animation, without express permission is not allowed and will be pursued if necessary. Re-uploading any of these videos will result in them being removed. I have reacted to a boatload stupid amounts of Mr. Nightmare videos, and I'm still reacting to it. I'm starting to think that I'm the only one that reacts to his videos. If I'm not, then that's crazy. Well, I know I'm not the only one that reacts to his videos, but I know I have to be like one of few that reacts to as many Mr. Nightmare videos as I do. I feel like Mr. Nightmare has to know who I am. He has to be cool with me. Because if not, then he would have taken down my videos already. But hey, Mr. Nightmare, just saying, if you ever come across this video, I love you. You're awesome. I appreciate the hard work. It's amazing. You're beautiful. And your work is awesome times awesome equals God / Mr. Nightmare only knows. You do amazing, brother. And you from New York. I did not know that. I'm not from there, but I'm from Maryland. But us, you from New York, I'm from Maryland. It's a northern state. But I feel like Mr. Nightmare has been clucking with me for like the longest. So hopefully it stays like that. But what's the title of this? 4 scary, true, middle of nowhere stories. Okay. Except though, just in case I didn't say it. Oh my God, lusciousness. Look at it.
I was taking a road trip in my Mustang from Texas to Arizona to visit my brothers.
Okay.
I usually keep emergency supplies in the trunk, such as water and tools.
It's important, very important to have emergency kits just in case. Water, tools, snacks, canned goods. You know what you're missing now? I feel like y'all know what I'm about to say. If you know what I'm about to say, put in the comment section what they're missing. In the, in the emergency kit. I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with Adidas. But it's not Adidas. It's the real deal. No. No. I'm forcing it. I'm gonna just let the fart just come out naturally.
I was taking, I guess, what you would call a scenic back route, because I liked flying at high speeds with the top down without worry of other cars or police. This was one of those completely deserted seeming roads with one lane on either side.
Wow.
Nothing but desert sand, cacti, and shrubs as far as the eye can see.
Jesus.
I was flying down this road when the car started to emit these concerning popping noises from under the hood.
There it
The
is.
car started to jolt or jump slightly. I put a heavy foot on the brakes to bring the car from a speeding 90 miles per hour to a less than gradual halt. I got out from the car, popping the hood, pretending as if I'd even know what to expect or how I'd go about fixing it. There was no smoke, nothing like that, but I didn't have a clue what could be the problem. I got back in my car to try and start it, and as I feared, the damn thing wouldn't even start back up now.
Shit!
The car was an '01 Ford Mustang, so yeah, it was an old car with its share of problems.
Damn!
Naturally, I tried to call my roadside service company, but bad became worse.
What the hell? You called your like insurance people, like your to get somebody out there to help you. Ain't nobody about to help you out there. You're in the middle of nowhere. Ain't nobody about to help your ass in the middle of nowhere, especially in something like that. Man, get the hell out of here. No, hell no. Nope, ain't nobody about to help you out there, bruh. Ain't nobody about to come all the way out there, bruh. You're literally in the middle of nowhere. Desert as far as the eye can see on both sides. Definitely sound like the harsh ones. Hell no, ain't nobody about to, you crazy as hell if you think somebody about to come all the way out there just to help you. Hell no. You know how much that shit will cost? You're in a cluck zone right now, bruh. The only people that's about to come out there and help you are the ones that's already out there. And they're not about to help you. Just saying. They're going to help you. They're going to help themselves get up in your way.
I didn't have any service this far out in the desert. I was more or less stranded. I hadn't seen a single other car pass me that whole hour I was driving on that road.
Damn.
I was scared to think how long it would take for someone to pass. I waited on the side of the road, sitting on my car's trunk for literally hours, sweating my ass off. My spirits rose when I saw the shine of a car reflecting the sunlight speeding down the road in the horizon. I hopped off my trunk and started walking and waving my arms out for help.
I'm driving.
The car didn't stop.
I got you.
It zoomed past me. Pure evil. I didn't know how somebody could leave another human being stranded like that.
You don't know how somebody can just leave another human being stranded like that? You don't know how? That's pretty I know how. But do you know how? Best believe, if I was the person driving and I seen you on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere, I promise you, all mothers, I'm driving, I'm seeing you and then I'm speeding up. I'm driving right past you. That, just saying. I'm not gonna stop. And somebody gotta be crazy to stop and help you in a situation like that. And again, when somebody does stop, it's not gonna go down like you think. I mean, they might go down on you to suck you off and get one off, but as far as like helping you out now, that person that drove past you did the right thing. Right thing.
Nightfall came and the hunger was setting in. No cars had passed since the first, and I was trying to fill my stomach with the water bottles I had in my trunk. Eventually, I saw headlights approaching. I had my car's hazards on, but I also waved my arms once more. The truck pulled to the side, and a fairly large man stepped out.
Here we go.
I told him my car broke down and asked if he knew anything about cars. But he didn't immediately seem interested in my car. He more so seemed interested in asking me if I was alone, where I was going, and why I didn't just call for help.
Sorry. But do you really think I've been out here for hours, I wouldn't even attempt to get help? You're crazy as hell. Yeah, nah, he not interested in the car. He interested in that ass. He got a pack of condoms just in his pocket. And it's in the perfect conditions. You know, open space, right? A very open space. A car or a person may come across, you know, may come drive past you every what? 5, 6, 7 hours, right? The road is completely open. He can cluck you right then and there, and nobody wouldn't even know. Jesus.
Then he asked me if anyone knew I was here.
See?
These questions were certainly making me uncomfortable. He finally offered me a ride. Though if he was trying to make a point of making me uncomfortable, he accomplished that. I stepped up into his pickup truck, and off we started driving. He said it would be a long while before either of us would have phone service.
No shit.
He started asking me more questions, like why I would decide to take a back route like this. Minutes in, the truck started to slow down, and I heard him mutter, "Ah, shit." He pulled onto the sand on the side of the road, looked at me, and said the piece of crap broke down.
Oh, shit my ass.
This couldn't be happening. I looked back at the man and realized he was still looking at me. Like 5 seconds went by and he was just still staring at me.
Oh my God.
He finally asked me to go lift up the hood once he would crank the latch. I can only describe this whole situation so well, but through everything up until this point, I was insanely suspicious. I went in front of his truck with a bit of distance between the front and I, and waited to hear a click, meaning the truck's hood was unlatched. In my head, I was picturing him trying to run me over, and that's exactly what happened. As I took one step towards the truck to try and open the hood, I heard the roar of the engine as the man was on the gas. I dove for my life. If I reacted half a second later, I'd have lost my legs or instantly been killed. I took off running into the pitch black night,
Jeez.
looking back to see the taillights still there. And then this. Gunshots. Surely gunshots aimed at me. The man was trying to kill me. It was too dark out there for him to possibly shoot me dead without some kind of luck. But I thought I was going to die at any moment. I ran as far as I could, then dove and made myself as low to the ground as possible. I heard a truck speeding off in the distance.
I don't know why I'm doing this shit to myself. Oh my God, it's so buttery, but it's so good at the same time. Oh, I swear, popcorn. Oh, sorry. Oh shit. My bad. Yeah. Oh my god. Ooh. I don't even drink Walmart brand any. I found out some of y'all may know, some of y'all may not know. I uploaded a video of what's a Walmart brand water bottle with a piece of plastic. It was plastic. They called it angel hair. I don't know why they call it that. I mean, yes, I do because it's so thin. But it's like, how the hell did it get inside this shit? But I don't drink Walmart brand water anymore. That it does it for me. All it takes is one time. But it's definitely Costco water. I think I don't know. I got it from Costco. Okay, that was a lot of butter on here. Can y'all see it? Look at all of that. Look at all that butter. Oh my God. Jesus.
So I turned and saw the taillights of the truck slowly disappearing down the empty road. I eventually fell asleep on the side of the road, and the nightmare didn't end until early morning, when I woke up to another pickup truck passing by. I waved them down, covered in dirt and sand, and thank God this man was actually normal, he and his wife. They gave me water and drove me to the nearest town, where I was able to call the towing company. It was a 45-minute drive back to my car on that goddamned road.
Damn.
And that same distance back to bring it into a shop. Long story short, this was the worst trip and experience of my life. Having someone try to run you over and then shoot at you isn't something you simply get over.
And he picked you up. The first pickup truck was clucked. I'll be done with pickup trucks.
There were these woods by my parents' house that I would like to walk through a lot.
You know the story cannot end well. Excuse me. You started off the conversation. You started off the story clutch. Talking about something. There are these woods that's next to my parents' house, or grandparents' house, that I would like to walk through a lot. A lot. You just in the woods. Just because. Okay. Nah, you got all that. You got all of that. Nope. Nah, you got it. Oh, God.
There's one very small circular clearing in the woods. It sat by a small, calming stream of water, and it had a big rock in the center that I'd like to sit on and read my books. I guess you could say I was a loner child. One day, like any other, I walked to the circle, sat on the rock, opened my book to the bookmark, and resumed my novel. It wasn't exactly midday. It was approaching the end of the day, so it was getting slightly darker in the woods. I was interrupted by footsteps behind me. I set down my book and went into the trees to see if there was a deer or other animal nearby.
Wrap it up!
Black bears are what always worried me as a kid.
Wrap it up!
I heard more footsteps, so I followed quietly in that direction. Whatever it was moving fast. Faster than I possibly could while trying to remain quiet. The footsteps disappeared. I figured the animal got too far away. But as long as it wasn't interested in bothering me, I didn't care what it was.
Wrap it up!
I started walking back to my circle, but as soon as I got a view of it between the trees, my heart dropped to my stomach. There was someone sitting on my rock, back to me, but I could tell they were holding my book.
Haul ass!
I didn't know whether to approach or not until the man said out loud, "I don't like this book," and turned to me, as if he knew exactly where I was standing, even still behind a few trees. He said, "I watch you come here a lot."
He said, I don't like this book. That sounds like a personal problem. Go to the nearest bookstore. Go to the nearest bookstore and get you a book. That's not my problem. You got all of that. I don't want the book back. You got that. You got all your cluck, Gene. let's say for instance, I get my book back from you. Like this is the book that you have, and I grabbed it. So now your cluck gene is on my book. Now it's on me because I touched the same book that you had. No, I'm not doing that. No. And from the looks of it, it seemed like this mother clucking has kept an eye on you for the longest. Again, the perfect setting for cluckness to present itself.
He had on this weird smile that immediately made me even more uncomfortable.
Pedophile.
My 13-year-old self didn't have a fight or flight response system.
13!
I had a flight response instinct.
13?
The man stood up and took 1 or 2 steps towards me, and I started running.
13?
I knew the way back to my house easily. I was there after a couple minutes of running. That night, I got a knock at my window. I woke up terrified and screamed for my dad. My dad came rushing in, and when I told him, he went outside to check. I was horrified when he came rushing in, and when I told him, he went outside to check. I was outright disturbed when he came back in with my book that I left in the woods. He said it was left outside my window.
Oh, what?
I slept in my parents' room for like a week after that, and needless to say, I never returned to that circle in the woods.
Your parents are dicks. Your parents are dicks and ass. How you gonna let your 13-year-old kid just be out in the woods?
I had taken a job working for a company based in the mountains. They offered me a cottage to stay in while working there. It was an old home built into the side of a mountain and surrounded by the forest. I lived in the basement, which had been converted into a small living space with a bathroom, kitchen, sleeping area, and a laundry room. The laundry room was L-shaped and had a door that went out back and into the surrounding forest.
Wow.
The door that led to the forest was locked from the inside and was quite difficult to open. I never used that door and always kept it locked. The rest of the house was empty, but I didn't have access to it. After a day of work, I returned to my little basement for an evening reading and playing solitaire. I turned off my lamp and started to nod off when I heard a noise. The noise was like wood creaking. I played it off as my imagination, but then it repeated.
My
I
ass.
thought maybe one of the cabinets in the kitchen was latched improperly and swung open. I checked, but all the cabinets were secured. I opened my closet, thinking maybe something in there had made the sound. But again, nothing. The last place to look was the laundry room. I opened the door that connected the house to the laundry room and was instantly hit by a gust of cold night air. I slowly turned the corner and witnessed the door that led to the outside swing in the nighttime breeze. I am 100% certain I had this door closed, and like I said earlier, there is no way it could open on its own. I don't know what happened. Was there someone waiting in the...
Yes, you do. I heard when people say shit like that. You know exactly what happened and how it happened. And then plus you're in the woods. Like you either live in the woods or live a couple of feet from the woods. You know how it happened. You know how this cluckness happened. Don't do that. That's like you saying, you going down on a girl, but before you go down, you knew for a fact, 100%, she had all the diseases in the world known to man. But you still went down. No protection. No nothing. Next day, you get all the diseases that she had. And you talking about, how did this happen? Really? And you're assuming that's also a cluck. I forgot what I call it. Cluck. I forgot what I called it. A clucky? Is that a clucky? Oh.
room just waiting for me to fall asleep before sneaking out? Was it something supernatural? Either way, there are few times I had ever felt such genuine horror.
I'm done with popcorn. That shit. Ooh.
Tennessee has some real characters out in nature. I hiked all around while in school there. Made some good memories with a girl in the enveloping nature.
Sus. What?
Tennessee has good roads to popular hiking sites and tons
Wait,
of...
What? Did I hear that right? Did he say he met a girl in nature? Like, what do you mean? Like, you met somebody while you was out there just in the woods? Really? For real? That real? Is that am I interpreting that there it is. Am I getting that right? Am I interpreting? I cannot say that for some reason. Am I really? Just meeting somebody out in the woods. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
...trails branching off. Sometimes you need to know what to look for as far as trail markers go.
Oh, yeah?
Because the interesting ones are always a good ways out. There's one spring waterfall that spills across a mossy granite wall, towering over a shallow stream that empties into a decent-sized pond.
Damn.
I went out there with a friend last time. We got separated on the way out.
Is that it?
I have no freaking clue how that happened. We've each been hiking for over 10 years. I've run over it 1,000 times in my mind. It has to be this one ledge system. To get to the top of the fall, we need to take a longish detour that has an old wooden railing and a 3-way branching ledge system. So I've taken all 3 routes and ended up at the same spot. They take maybe 3 to 4 minutes to blast through, and they're kind of like rocky corridors. I don't take the left one anymore, because I'm 90% sure these big stains in the middle are blood. Don't want to know what happened there. It's odd, because the left is by far the most inviting. Flowers bloom from vines that are etched into the moss-matted bedrock. Anyways, I'm 45 seconds ahead of her, and opt for the right path when I realize I should tell her to avoid the left. It's really hard to reverse, given the sloping angle of the path and the few short drops that become narrow climbs. Screw it. Faster if I speed through and yell down. I get out of the right corridor and swing around to where the middle path drops off. I yell, but no reply. So she took left. I run over and climb into the left corridor, thinking she saw the stains and freaked out. To be fair, it looks like someone got bludgeoned to death. I ran up the corridor, but she was gone. I called her name. Nothing. And that's what made my hair stand up. I literally heard nothing. No birds, no hum of the forest, not even wind. Just myself and the babbling water. I traced left all the way back, and noted a few side passages if you miss a couple of the jumps. No bodies were in there or the middle, though. Good. I figure I may as well get to the top of the falls, where I can get somewhat of an aerial view. I get there, and Ashley's sitting there waiting for me. She says she took the left path with a trail guide. What? There are no trail guides.
There it is.
There are rangers, but she knows the difference. They would not be in the rock labyrinth. This guy had a uniform and a trail authority visor on. She knew what I was thinking based on my face, and agreed that we should reverse course ASAP without us saying anything out loud.
What's this wee shit?
It's weird when you know you're being watched. We pretended we were going back to the car real quick to get more water, and so I left some fish food in a little crevice like I always did, and we left. She showed me this weird side passage that could not have existed a year before. I walked all the way around. You had to crouch, but you could walk through the labyrinth if you kept left, though. Hindsight, we shouldn't have taken another way. I think he lives in those tunnels. Ashley said he kept trying to lead her in a different direction, but she just followed the light and saw him standing in the tunnel as she walked the rest of the trip to the top. That means he was in there while I was looking for her.
Oh, God.
And that means she followed him before seeing the blood splatters all over the floors and walls.
God damn.
That's not the totally fucked up part. The fish food that I left in the crevice was on the hood of my car. Her water bottle was gone too. She had a carabiner to her pack, so he must have snuck up and taken it at some point. That's strange because we're fast hikers. We never went back there and never will.
You sure? I hope so. You know what? Better yet, just be done with hiking just altogether. I can't believe y'all did it for 10 years. Hell no. I don't want to do that shit for 10 minutes. That's crazy. Hiking is just one of those things that just sounds clucked. Like hiking sounds clucked. I'm just list off a couple of things that just sound clucked. Hiking, scuba diving, skydiving, those long desert roads, like in the first story. NASCAR driving, that's, you know, excuse me, being with somebody or clucking with somebody that has all the diseases and up-to-date diseases. You know what I'm talking about? Just living in a forest. That's like there's a lot. There's a lot. That was just a few. But I feel like for the first story, with him out in them desert roads, you would have to make sure that your car is in tip-top shape. Like you would have to have had right before, like the day before, at max 2 days before you go off on them dirt roads in the middle of nowhere, that you have your car serviced. You check your car out. Cause don't just randomly go, on them dirt roads and you haven't got your car checking up in a minute. Don't do that. Don't do that. You just asking for trouble. But no, first story was definitely clucked. All of these 4 stories was clucked. But I think the one that really took the cake would have to be number 1, because you're literally in the mental. There's no T in middle. You're literally in the middle of nowhere. Like, nobody really comes on them roads. And like I said, if they do, it's like a 5, 6, 7 hour gap. You know what I mean? For cars to be driving past. Like, nobody really goes on the roads. And because of that, like I said, you definitely got to make sure your car is in tip-top shape. If it's not, do not hit them roads. That's just crazy. You know what's even more crazy? My fart is not coming out. So it's going to randomly come out tonight. I know what it is. But that's, man, number 1 was just crazy. And so he got picked up in a pickup truck. And the person in the pickup truck was trying to kill him. Later on that day, or the next day, later on that day, I think, yeah. Another pickup truck came by. If I was him, I would be done with pickup trucks. I would not, considering what just happened to me, I would not be comfortable getting help from anybody in a pickup truck. I almost died. With the other two stories, like 2 and 3, that was clucked in itself. Because they both lived in a house that was either in the woods or literally a couple of feet from the woods. That's that face you make when you don't want to, like, I feel like you don't want to spaz or like say anything smart or like say anything that's going to get you like clucked up. Because I work, for some of you that don't know, I work at Chipotle, right? And the way Chipotle is set up, if you don't know, you have a line, right? A line where they make your food in front of you, right? You can see it. You can see that person making your food in front of you, right? There's been time, cause Chipotle, the majority of Chipotle customers. Let me say that again. The majority of Chipotle customers y'all be doing too much. Like, relax. Chipotle is not that good. It's not. I don't know why y'all be acting like crazy as hell over some Chipotle and be waiting 30 minutes, an hour, if that. I mean, over some food. Like, there's other restaurants like in the surrounding area. Stop acting like Chipotle is the only restaurant in your neighborhood, in your city. Like, it's not. It's not. And plus, you got Moe's. It's like a bootleg version of Chipotle. I don't know what it is about Chipotle that people love so much, but y'all need to calm the hell down. And we're in tax season right now. Like, a lot of people got their tax refunds. Stop spending that shit. Stop spending your tax refund on Chipotle. Jesus. Oh my God. We're so busy right now. And watch. Right when tax season is over, like tax refund is over, and y'all back to y'all regular like money that y'all getting from y'all job, I promise you, y'all gonna stop coming to Chipotle like you are right now. Y'all need to calm the hell down. I don't know where I was going with Chipotle. I lost my train of thought, but holy shit. Yeah, nah, but yeah, story 2 and 3 was clucked in itself, and 4 was clucked in itself. But yeah, that's man. I would not be caught dead living near or in the woods. Nope. I'm good. Got all that. But truth be told, all of these stories was clucked because they was in the middle of nowhere. So anything at any time could something bad, horrible could have happened. But fortunately, it did. So we're good. We're all right. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy, my family.